Hi everyone, I'm Lori Polina and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is entitled The Event Horizon, and this is a short video just to help you take that step into the new paradigm with courage and certainty, because in order to enter the fifth dimension we have to have sovereignty and we have to have faith, and faith is not possible when we have doubt and fear, which we are steeped in our current society. So in order to help everyone adjust to this new paradigm, I wanted to point out where the glitch is so they'll be able to take that next step. And I have an image here of how all systems function in the universe, and that is called the Taurus Motion. And if we could imagine a globe or an apple or a donut, whatever you like, and maybe this larger picture will help at first, where there is a central column. Let's say this is an apple, and that would be the core, and these are the, a side view of a slice of the whole apple. And if we see that central column and the sides of the apple, the way systems work in the universe is that energy comes from the core, goes up and around and down and back into the base of the system, and has a continuous flow like this. The Earth functions like this, people function like this, and galactic systems with a black hole being the central column and the universe dust distributed around the edges, and they're swirling and continuous motion. And when this system is working and flowing, receiving from the underneath and expanding and covering on the outside from above, then it creates a force field around the system, like an immune system. And here I have a different view of it, where this is a functioning system, as I showed you before, where perhaps the heart is connected to source, but from our source within, the energy shoots up and out. And if it's healthy, which is called faith, we have a protected system. Okay, we have a sheen or a glow of health around the system. And as the energy traverses around the edges, it enters from the base, or in the case of a human being, the survival or root chakra, and will be brought up and then out and over. And but in our current society, we are basically programmed to fend on our own. We just work from the ego or the mind, and we're not connected to source. We're sort of more focused on things that we can see rather than things we can't see. And so by fending just on our own, there is a program in society where we don't use this receiving from source. We just tend to go out and seek what we need on our own, and we don't have that system of receiving from source, and so it atrophies or plugs up, so it stops the flow. And then when the flow is stopped, that protective sheen of faith is not there to protect it, and fear and doubt start to corrode the well-being of the system. So with that being said, I'm just going to read what I have written here, and as all my transcripts, you can easily download them from my website, soulselfawareness.com, which I'll have linked down below. And I'll just read. The shift happens within each one of us when we choose to say no to fear, whether before or after a global event. The intention of today's video is to enable us to not only cross the threshold into the new earth, but to function successfully in it. We cannot enter this exalted state of love dysfunctioning in a state of fear or doubt, as these are indications of being disconnected from Source. We are designed to give love as well as receive love. When we are disconnected from Source, the natural self-sustaining flow of our system's equilibrium is disrupted, causing the breakdown of its protective shields. This not only makes us prey to the crippling energies of doubt and fear, it also allows those energies to congregate and block our ability to receive love and guidance from Source, which cuts us off from the mainspring of the system. While we may be willing to align to a prime directive of love, we cannot ascend to the status of sovereignty and co-creating until we shield ourselves from the corrosive nature of both fear and doubt, which are the cause of our misery and banishment to the lower dimensions. Faith is the sheen or glow of good health that is established when we allow the system to function in both of its capacities to receive and give. Ultimately, through the chain of command, each one of us is an aspect of our soul, and our soul is an aspect of Source, making us all one and all the one. Therefore, we have a choice to block or allow ourselves to receive the flow of support, comfort, and guidance from the Source of our hearts, or, being disconnected, be unprotected and victimized by fear and doubt. If we allow ourselves to receive, fear and doubt can stop being an act of self-abuse. It is essentially a matter of self-harmonizing or reconciling with ourselves, as we are self and Source at each end of the system. We, in our current state of society, have been programmed to exist in a state of survival as disconnected, separate beings, and are taught to resist receiving from Source. We are Source, and as a system, our true nature, like a toroidal vortex, like an animated motion of a tornado, are the model of this healthy functioning system that we call faith. Both systems, like a donut shape, function where the energy flow rides upwards along the center column and is dispersed over the sides, only to be absorbed at the base to begin again. Humans, in a functioning system of faith, will allow the same flow to be received at the base where our first chakra or survival chakra is located. By simply allowing, through a deep breathing meditation, the conscious choice of receiving energy to enter at the base where it has been programmed by the current paradigm to be atrophied, not only will reboot the system, but the protective outer shield of faith will engage. So, in conclusion, it takes a concerted choice, an active pursuing of opening up and re-energizing our base chakras to allow receiving from Source to become integrated into the system, where we may think we're receiving, but the programming is so instilled that we have to actively and aggressively open this area up and allow it in visualization with deep breathing in through the core, through the root, and then energizing the heart and then sending that energy out and perhaps healing ourselves or bestowing our intentions to ourselves, and then actually actively receiving from underneath and bringing that up to the heart. So getting that toroidal flow going. And when we are confident that our receiving end is healthy and active and exercised, we can be confident that we are receiving all that we ask for. And in doing that, the health and the sheen and protective shield of our outer being will be engaged and reestablished. Our shields will come up and start working to protect us against the fear and the doubt. And in doing that, we will be self-sustaining and sovereign. And these are the qualities that are being demanded of us to enter the new dimension. And we are just on the brink of that right now. And as soon as we go through this eclipse in the next day, I'm confident that things will start to really move forward. And I look forward to working with all those who connect with me. And I would love to hear your comments down below. And if you would subscribe to my Lori Polina YouTube channel and press the alert button so you can be notified when I come out with a new video. And I also would love to work with you on a one-to-one basis if you feel inspired to do so. I work through Skype, or you could email me at my soulselfawareness.com website, where the transcript to today's video will be, and we can set up something. I also do QHHT, past life regression sessions. So have a great week, have a great eclipse, and remember to breathe.